Thanks, George. And hi, everyone. My name is Brad Roots, and today I want to discuss with you a case study regarding stress management through workplace coaching. This case study directly relates to stress management in the workplace. The main purpose of this case study is to show that stress is mainly related to the work environment, but stress is also largely perceived by the individual. For example, Joe works at Wall Street. Wall Street is a very fast-paced work environment. With that fast-paced work environment, there is going to be an increased level of stress. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Joe is going to be affected by stress as the same way others might be. That is because stress is largely perceived by the individual. The main hypotheses of this case study are that workplace coaching reduces stress when there are greater learning experiences, when there's decreased job demand, when there's increased job control, when there's increased social support, and when there are changes in the work environment, such as decreased workload. But the greatest determining factor was changes in the work environment. Each voluntary participant was informed that these coaching sessions were meant to better help them manage stress in their work environment. Each participant was given 45-minute sessions over a 3-month period with a maximum of 10 sessions per participant. And the results of this case study showed that overall, workplace coaching did help reduce stress. That decreased job demand did reduce stress. Increased social support did reduce stress. But insight and knowledge of stress did not necessarily reduce stress. For example, Joe knew that Wall Street was a very stressful environment, and Joe knew that he was stressed. But that didn't necessarily mean Joe was less stressed just because he knew that he was stressed. That factor alone did not have a positive effect for this case study on reducing stress. But if you coupled the insight and knowledge of stress with, say, social support, that did have a positive effect on reducing stress. So, for example, Joe knew that he was stressed, so he went to talk to someone about that stress, and that did help reduce stress. Overall, this case study showed that workplace coaching does reduce stress. What this means is that employers have an alternative method to help their employees better manage stress in their work environment. This is beneficial to both employers and employees, as stress does have harmful effects on our bodies, and stress does lead to unhappy employees and less productive employees. So by helping employees better manage their stress, you can effectively make more productive employees at the same time. So in conclusion, today our group talked about the different types of stress, such as acute and chronic stress, the different stages of stress, such as alarm and exhaustion, the different causes of stress, such as feeling underappreciated and overwhelmed, and the different effects of stress, such as the physical and mental effects. And while the case studies show that stress is mainly related to the work environment, it is also largely perceived by the individual. With that said, there is not one solution that is going to help eliminate stress. It's a highly individualized problem, meaning a good solution might be if you like to read, that might be a good outlet to reduce stress. If you like to bike, that might be a good outlet to reduce stress as well. If you like to just hang out with your friends, that might be a good outlet as well. The point is, stress is largely perceived by the individual. And I hope the discussion our group had today helps you better manage stress in your workplace, and the knowledge and insight that we have given you helps you better manage your stress in your workplace as well. Thank you. Have a good day.